my final submission. Now, time is always ticking, but some moments deserve to be remembered. This is Notable Timelines, where we celebrate significant days that mark milestones, shape occasions and persons in the past, in the present, and in the future. Here on Notable Timeline, we remind you of who, what, and when. Today, we honor the life of Solomon Ehigiato Arase, a man who gave his life to service. Born in Edo State in 1956, he joined the Nigeria Police in 1981 and rose to become the 18th Inspector General of Police in 2015. Mr. Arase championed reforms rooted in intelligence, professionalism, and respect for human rights. And even after retirement, his commitment endured, and in 2023, he was appointed the chairman of the Police Service Commission, where he pushed for transparency and accountability in policing. Beyond the force, he was a scholar, a mentor, and a philanthropist, leaving behind not just titles, but a legacy. And on the 31st of August 2025, Solomon Arase passed on at the age of 69 years old. He is remembered as a leader whose timeline was etched in discipline, reform, and integrity. On behalf of TVC Communications, we say may his soul rest in perfect peace, and we felicitate with his family at this hard time. Before I hand over to my very capable team, I'd like you guys to please chime in on this segment with the hashtag TrendingNowTVC, or even Notable Timelines. If you feel that there's a date I should be aware of, please let me know. I'd love to talk about it on here. Team, I believe that the life of Mr. Solomon Arase is a picture or is an example of how legacy can really, shape someone's life. Everybody has good things to say about him. I went to school with his daughter, Valeria Arase, one of the most disciplined and focused young women I know, and I know that that is as a result of the training she received from this astute man that was her father.
When you hear people say good things about somebody that's passed, you know that the person led a good life. A police officer of repute, and police and uprightness are two words that we do not find in the same sentence a whole lot in Nigeria. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
All right. May his soul rest in perfect peace, I'll say. It's beautiful, though, Olamide. You can say that you went to school with his daughter and you can see how disciplined she was. She was in school. It just shows that, he's a disciplined man and he passed it over to his child. When people do things that has value, at the end of the day, your name lingers on. And that's why we tell people that whatever position that you are, you cannot be there for the rest of your life. When you leave, what will people say about you? And you can see that he rose to the 18th rank. He was going higher and higher, and it showed that he was passionate, he was dedicated to what he was doing. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Let me start by offering my condolence to the family of Mr. Solomon Arase. He has made his own contribution to the country, both locally and internationally. He also, was part of those who, brought up the IRT, the, response team that arrested Evans, Chukwuemeka Evans, who is now in police custody. He's done so much, and it reminds me of the quote by Amampati or something from Mali, who said that an old man dies in Africa is like a library set ablaze. This is a man who knows a whole lot about security of this country. He had contributed largely. All of his contributions to the country, we should ensure that we'll revisit them, take those ones that we find will help us in fighting insecurity and terrorism in this country. We'll say we offer our condolences again on behalf of TVC, to the family of Solomon Arase, and may God rest your soul.
Absolutely. And just like Etoma was saying, normally when you hear the police force, you hear so many things, oh, it's like they're not upright. So when you see a police person that is true to his job and is serving Nigeria, and I feel like this is something that police people should learn from. This is somebody that has done a fantastic job, and we're celebrating him today. So when you do a good job, when you're true, you are not corrupt, you're content with what you have, and you're fighting for Nigeria, and you're a good name, at the end of the day, this is how you will be celebrated. So it's something that we should take note. Legacy never ends.
Absolutely. And I have to say, Tim, in this case, it's in the field of policing and security, but in many fields, I've noticed a trend, a dying breed of older men who served this country, who had ideals of integrity, ideals of social justice, and I worry, and I have to be honest here, that our moral compass slowly, as the generations are etching out, is declining. I cannot imagine what Solomon Arase would make of the current police force. I mean, right now, I currently take stories on trending now. Bribery is very rife right now. Police is more brutal than ever. I wonder what he would make of that, and how can we preserve this dying breed of older generations, or at least ensure that their values are etched into the younger generation, in whatever field.
While he was in service, you know, he did so much, retired as IGP. He also came back even after retirement, you know, to head the Police Service Commission, you know, instituting reforms and all of that. Those who will take correction will take it. Those who will not take it. Solomon has gone, he has done his own. You know, it remains to be seen for those who are there in the service to do what is right, so that when they die, will either offer our condolence or jubilate.
And the thing is that I always say in the police force as well, Olamide, we have some fantastic police officers. I know some police officers that would never take bribe. So the thing is that there are just some bad eggs that are spoiling the name of Nigerian police, because we have good police officers. I remember a time that I was stopped on the road. You can see the way he spoke to me. You just know that this is a man that he's true to his job. He's content with what he has. Like, he wasn't trying to ask for anything. He asked for the right thing. I gave him, he saw it, oh, you're a journalist. Oh, okay, bye. There wasn't any confrontation. So, but there are some bad eggs too that you will meet, that they are now spoiling the names of the good ones. So I'm hoping that these bad eggs are saying that, you know, you will not be there forever. And when you go, that's where the problem is. When you're no longer on earth, people should say good things about you. People should praise you when you're no longer on earth.
Ria, you may not be able to assess an upright policeman if you introduce yourself to them as a journalist.
No, he didn't know.
Most of them
it was later on. No, he didn't know. It was later on, and he now saw press on my car. He was like, "Oh, you're a journalist," and I said, "Yes." He didn't know. He had no idea. And Ibrahim, they are great police
very
outside.
Good people,
they are really good police outside.
The police
it's just that the bad ones are now trying to take over, and that's why we need to, you know, check that system to be sure that we take out all the bad ones. You know, Nigerian police. I'm
very curious. I'm very curious, Etoma. You know, in what would you say is a distinct thing you noticed about, let's say, older policemen or the former force of policemen, that generation, and now? Are there any distinct differences in your opinion?
Yes, the older policemen, the good ones, because even in that generation we had the good ones, we had the bad ones. The bad ones are really bad, for want of better word to use, but the good ones are people that have principles, people that do not just do the right thing. We saw the other day on social media when a policeman accosted another policeman for taking bribe and really berated the young man. But my message to the Nigerian police is that you are like the middleman between the government and the people. The people run to you, and that is a lot of responsibility. And the government has given you authority to curb crimes and to do a whole lot of things. One of the ways you know the true character of somebody is to give the person power or give the person money. When those two come together, the real person comes out. Are we real men in the Nigerian police force?
And when they say the police is your friend, the police is really your friend. The police should be our friend. And this is just saying that we need to look into that system. The bad eggs need to be taken out of that system, honestly speaking, Olamide, because we really have good ones there.
I'll be curious to see how the police sends him off in that typical style of structure, and, you know, the salutes and everything. We'll all be watching. I'm sure that TVC will cover it extensively.
All right, amazing. Olamide, that's all we have on trending.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want some more?
I always want more, but tomorrow, you know, I'm like Oliver Twist. I always want more. Your stories are always amazing. So tomorrow is another day where we get to give you more. But what I'm just going to say is that whatever position that you are put in, you will never be there for the rest of your life. Legacy lives on. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a beautiful Monday. Up next is Your View with the beautiful ladies. And just after that, This Morning with Yori Folari. Good morning, Nigeria. I am Ria Abdul. I'll see you tomorrow.